I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Angel Besner, naturopathic doctor and senior product manager at Fullscript's medical innovation team. Angel brings a unique blend of clinical experience and product strategy to her work, helping shape tools that elevate both the practitioner and patient experience. Based in Squamish, BC, she plays a key role in advancing Fullscript's whole person care mission and medical education initiatives. In this session, From Insight to Action, meet your new AI-powered decision support suite. Angel will unveil Fullscript Assist, a new suite of dynamic tools designed to accelerate your clinical decisions, streamline research, and enhance care, all without disrupting your workflow. We'll save a few minutes at the end for questions, so feel free to drop yours in the chat throughout the presentation. And please join me in welcoming Angel Besner.
Thanks, Karen. So I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the new AI-powered decision support tools. As Karen already mentioned, I'm Dr. Angel Besner. I'm a senior product manager at Fullscript, and I'm also a naturopathic doctor. And I'm here to give you a first look at an exciting new suite of tools that we're building at Fullscript. But first, let's talk a little bit about why we wanted to build these tools in the first place. We know that the thing that we do every day as providers, crafting treatment plans for our patients, can be a challenge. We want to make sure that the plans that we give our patients are safe, they're effective, they're personalized, and doing that effectively and living up to the high standards that we set for ourselves, it takes a lot. You got to know your entire patient's health history. You have to be aware of what they're taking to make sure that what you're recommending is safe and appropriate. Staying on top of the research, which can be a full-time job in itself. We're often clicking between different tools and different tabs on our browser to access all the relevant information, and then we got to stitch it all together in a way that's coherent and cohesive and makes sense for our patients. And if you're balancing all of that, in addition to running a busy practice, it can be a lot. And it can be a challenge to stay on top of it all with each and every single patient. So this probably sounds familiar to a lot of you. And at Fullscript, we think that there is a better way to raise the standard of each and every single one of your treatment plans. Before I get into what that better way is, I would like to do a quick poll. I'd like to hear from you. How do you currently check on any potential interactions that might exist between your patient's supplements and medications, or any potential drug-induced nutrient depletions that your patients might be facing? I'll give you a second to provide some answers. What do we see here? So online tools. Some of us are confident that we know already. So a lot of people are using online tools. Okay, cool. And some don't think to check, and that's totally fair too, because that was certainly the case for me. Okay, great. So it sounds like either we're not checking at all, or we're doing processes that might be manual, might take us out of our plan writing tool. And as I mentioned, it just forces us to kind of click around between lots of different sources of information. So I'm excited to introduce your new clinical assistant, Fullscript Assist. It's going to be available in July. And what it is, it's a suite of dynamic decision support tools that leverage your patient's data to provide relevant suggestions and insights to you in real time. It uses AI to review the supplements and medications that your patients are currently taking, and surfaces relevant evidence-based insights like nutrient depletions and drug and supplement interactions. So you're empowered to give a safer, personalized care with each and every patient. So at a high level, what it's doing is we design these tools to give you clinical clarity at speed, meaning that you get insights in real time. It accelerates your ability to make sound clinical decisions. It's a built-in safety check that you can trust, because every insight is backed by research and evidence, so you can have confidence in the recommendations that you're making. It gives you the power of context, which means that it leverages the data that's found in your patient profile. So the insights are relevant to that patient, and you can much more easily create a personalized plan. Best of all, we very intentionally designed it so that it doesn't interrupt your workflow. Fullscript Assist is always working in the background. It organizes and centralizes data and insights right in the platform, so you don't have to toggle between different sources of information to piece it all together. which sounds pretty cool, right? Okay, let's see it come to life. So this is a patient profile for my patient, Julie. We're seeing an enhanced version of the patient profile. As you can see, there's key details here that are additional information that wasn't previously on our patient profiles that are particularly relevant to writing supplement plans. For example, whether or not that patient is pregnant or nursing, any pre-existing conditions they might have, their allergies, their tobacco use status, their product preferences. Do they prefer capsules, liquids, powders, and their health interests. So you can keep their goals at your fingertips throughout the entire plan writing experience. You can also see the supplements and medications that this patient is currently taking right front and center. So this is Julie. She's a 52-year-old female. This is my first time seeing her. She's coming to me for ongoing symptoms of perimenopause, particularly hot flashes, night sweats, and mood swings. I can see here that she is on sertraline for pre-existing depression, and she's on omeprazole as well, on and off for intermittent GERD. She's also an endotrim. A friend of hers was recommended this product by her naturopath for weight management support. So Julie went and found this product online and has self-prescribed. So that's Julie. I have all this information right away. And what you're seeing here in the bottom right-hand corner is the Fullscript Assist icon. I can see that before I even start a session with this patient, there's 3 insights available to me. This is Fullscript Assist. You click on that and it's going to open up this side panel. That's going to give me some insights that are relevant to Julie. Right away, I can see that there's one potential interaction between her medication and her supplements. And I can see that there's 2 potential nutrient depletions that would be stemming from the medications that she's taking. It's important to note here that even if this information wasn't available in Julie's profile, if she had not filled out her currently taking, and we didn't have this information, the drug interaction checker and the nutrient depletion checker are still tools that are available to you. You can manually enter the medications that you know your patient is on, or any supplements or ingredients that you know they're taking, and you can check for this information using these tools without having this patient context. But we have the patient context, and we're going to focus on these 2 tools, the drug interaction checker and the nutrient depletion checker. Let's focus on the interaction checker. I click on that and I can see that endotrim has one potential interaction. I click further, I see more information. It is specifically the green tea extract that's potentially interacting with the omeprazole. And I can see that it's classified as a moderate interaction. I can click into that and get all of the information that I want to see the specific details of that interaction, as well as the supporting evidence if I wanted to access it and do some deeper research on my own. Now I have the information at my fingertips to make an informed decision. I can decide to keep her on endotrim if I feel comfortable with this risk, or I can decide to take her off it, and I have the information that I can present to her right there in session so that she understands why I might be suggesting to discontinue that product. Okay, and you might be wondering, where's this information coming from and can I trust it? And the answer is yes. If you've ever used the Natural Medicines database, all of the information that we're surfacing is being pulled directly from that trusted database, which is a tool that you might already be familiar with. So let's go ahead and start building a plan for Julie. I am going to go to the catalog, and she's coming to me for menopause support, and we have a curated catalog experience providing all of our menopause support products here. How convenient. I know that black cohosh is one of my tried, tested, and true ingredients for my patients like Julie. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a product. And I'm now viewing this product. Fullscript Assist is working in the background right now. I can click on this icon, open up the drawer, and if there were any interactions between any of the ingredients that are in this product and the medications that she's already on, they would be surfaced here. And I would be able to dig into it and understand what those potential interactions might be. But I can see that there's no new information here. I'm going to close this drawer. This product is good to go, and I can feel confident adding that to her plan. I can add more products. I also like wild yam for my patients like Julie. I can pick another product. And in this case, you can see that the icon has changed. It's telling me that interactions have been found. I can click on that, see that there's a couple interactions with the wild yam complex. 3 ingredients are interacting with both of the medications that she's on, and I can see that for this particular ingredient, there are 2 major interactions. I can click into those and learn more if I wanted to, but for me, that's enough information to decide against using this product, even though I like it, it just might not be appropriate for Julie. So now I feel confident that I have assessed the interactions that I want to be aware of. Next thing I want to do is go back to Assist and take a look at any potential nutrient depletions that Julie might be facing. I click into this and I can see that it's the omeprazole that she takes intermittently and has been taking for a long time. It may be depleting magnesium or B12. I'm curious about magnesium because that one is a major interaction. Again, I can click into it, get all the information that I want, and evaluate the supporting evidence. And once again, all this information is being pulled from the NatMed database. Magnesium is a good thing to be on anyway. She's been on omeprazole for a while. I feel like this is a product that I probably do want to supplement with. So right from this panel, I can go to the catalog and find products with this ingredient with the filter is already pre-applied. Pick a product that I like, and I can add it to her plan. Now, if I'd been building this plan for a while, if there was a lot of products, I was going back and forth between the labs catalog and the products catalog, or if I started this plan earlier in the day and I'm coming back to it later in the day, when I go to the review plan step, as I mentioned, Fullscript Assist is always there. It follows me throughout the entire plan writing experience. I can do a final check. I can open up this drawer, see if there's anything that I may have missed that I want to action. In this case, there's nothing that I missed, so I can go ahead and send this plan to Julie, feeling confident that I have done my due diligence and that it's a safe and appropriate plan for her. Okay, so just to recap on the benefits. So Fullscript Assist was designed to build more precise plans more quickly, so that you can feel confident in what it is that you're sending. And sorry, I just lost my place here. It's intended to give providers confidence in the recommendations, and we provide full transparency into the evidence behind the information that we are presenting. And best of all, it is seamless. It's a seamless part of your workflow. There's no interruptions. There's no toggling between tabs on your browser. It exists entirely within the Fullscript plan writing experience. And of course, important to note is that it's not meant to replace your decision making. It's intended to elevate it. You're still in the driver's seat. We're just bringing the relevant information to you so that you can more quickly apply your clinical judgment. So with Fullscript Assist rolling out in July, as you saw, the tool really does come to life when it has access to your patient's information. So we encourage you to encourage your patients to keep their currently taking up to date from their Fullscript mobile app. That is really what drives the tool, although as I mentioned, it's not necessary. You can still use the tools without that information being available to you. All that said, we will be giving providers the ability to edit their patients currently taking right from within the patient profile. So if they can't do it themselves or they just don't do it themselves, you will still be able to input that information so that it can power Fullscript Assist. So stay tuned for more information on that feature. And speaking of coming soon, we are certainly not stopping here. We're going to keep rolling out new features in our decision support tools, like insights and recommendations that take into account your patient's lab results as well as their health conditions. You may have already learned a little bit about that in a previous session today, Streamlining Care for Better Results with Dr. Cynthia and Dr. Kate. And if you missed that session, we do encourage you to check out the recording. So the bottom line is that we're making plan writing faster, easier, more streamlined than ever before. And we really do hope that you are as excited about Fullscript Assist as we are. We have time for some questions, but before we do, we'd love to hear from you. Now that you have an idea of what these tools can do, what would you like to see from Fullscript Assist? What would be your wish list? We'd love to hear from you.
Awesome. Thank you, Angel. So like she said, we do have some time for questions now. I've been keeping track here of some of these questions that we've got. The first one that we have here is, does Patient Assist pull all the patient details from the integrated EMR system?
So if the integrated EMR system is pulling in information about medications into the patient profile, then that information will be used to power Fullscript Assist. So it really is dependent on what information is able to get from the EMR into the patient profile. And once it's in the patient profile, then yes, it will be leveraged to provide these insights.
Awesome. Along the same kind of tone as that one is, we have a question here. Is there a way to check and see if I'm sorry, nope. If you're doing this all during a patient visit, are you jumping back and forth between your EHR and Fullscript, or are they working directly together?
They ideally, if the integration exists, they are working directly together. So as I mentioned, if this information is being pulled from your EHR into the patient profile, then the idea is you don't have to leave Fullscript in order for that information to be leveraged and available to you. That's very much our goal, is to keep you in one place as much as possible.
Awesome. During the beginning of your session, you were chatting about having the information for the patient's medications that they're currently on. We had some questions around where we're getting that info about their medications. Is the patient putting that information in, or are we doing it from the office?
That's a great question. So right now, the patients are required to put that information into their Fullscript patient app, and then it would appear there. One of the pieces of feedback that we've received frequently is that providers want the ability to edit that information themselves. So we will be delivering that capability in the not too distant future. I don't have an exact date on that, but I do encourage you to keep an eye out for that functionality, because you will be able to. So pretty soon, both patient and provider will be able to update that information.
Awesome. Another question here is, are the interactions flagged limited to those that have been shown to be clinically significant, or are all interactions that have been populated from modeling?
So right now, we're pulling information from the Natural Medicines database, and we use their categorization for interaction types. So it's classified by severity. So there is severe, moderate, and insignificant, I think is the other one. And we right now are only showing the major and moderate interactions. We're not showing the minor, is the word I was looking for. We're not showing minor interactions. So it is just the major and moderate interactions that are being shown, and everything that's in NatMed for those types of interactions will be viewable.
Awesome. Is there a way to check to see if individual ingredients interact with medications, or does it only search based on product?
No, you can absolutely search individual ingredients. You can go into the tool itself, and in a way that's not necessarily taking in patient context, and you can enter in an ingredient, and it will check against again the database, and any medications that are known to potentially interact with that ingredient will be shown.
Awesome. We've got quite a few questions here around EHR integration. So I'm just going to list off a couple of them. We might be able to kind of bulk their answer into one. So we've got some questions around how this integrates with Practice Better, how we connect EHRs to this integration, and then how would we add this feature to our existing patients within Fullscript?
Okay. So I'm definitely not the expert on our EHR integrations. This is that is a separate feature, but I do know that we are working to pull more patient data from our EHR integrations into the patient profile, again, to power these tools. And with your existing patients, today, if you want to, all you have to do is encourage them to use the Fullscript app if they don't already have it. And from within the Fullscript app, they can enter in all of their information around the supplements and medications that they're already taking. And that's all they need to do. And once that's in there, then you'll have access to it from within that patient's profile, and Fullscript Assist just takes over from there. and uses that information to start to populate any potential interactions or depletions that you want to be aware of.
Awesome. Do you know how we'll incorporate with pharmacogenomics, and will clients be able to upload their results?
That question I unfortunately don't have an answer to.
Okay, we'll get you an answer for that one then, April, and we will shoot that off to you in an email. For any of the questions that we don't have specific answers to, like some of the EHR questions, we'll have folks from our team reaching out with answers to those questions for you as well. We do have some questions here around how this will work with Rupa. We're not going to be answering any of those questions here in this chat. What we would say is we'd encourage you to visit the Rupa booth that we have set up once we are done with our fireside chat and all of those sessions. Does anybody have any additional questions? I'm seeing one here. Will this new tool, Fullscript Assist, be a free tool for practitioners?
Absolutely. Yep.
Awesome. Let me take a look here, see if we've gotten any more that have come in. Will there be information for breastfeeding and pregnant patients?
Oh, that is a good question. That is a feature that we have. It won't be explicitly rolled into these tools that are coming up, but we are chatting about how to bring that information into its own feature that is part of our clinical decision support tool. So it's something that we're talking about on the product team. So stay tuned for more information on that.
Awesome. We do have a few more minutes here. If anybody has additional questions that we may have missed or we didn't get to, if you want to send those through. Again, if there are any questions that we don't get to, though, when we're doing our recap here, we will reach out to you folks via email. All right, it's looking like we might have got through most of those questions then. I see a lot of questions in here about the Fullscript platform in general and some feature suggestions. Again, those are things that we'll reach out to you via email, and we'll take those to our product team as well. We do have one final question here. Is there a symptom survey that can provide additional information?
A symptom survey. I'm not quite sure I understand the question, but I think the short answer is no, not today. Again, that is another feature that we are discussing in the product team, is the ability to capture things like symptoms to, again, provide additional information to power these tools to further refine the suggestions. So definitely something that we're interested in and that we are chatting about.
Awesome. All right. I'm not seeing any additional questions come rolling through right now, so I think we will wrap up the Q&A. And then we will take the names of anybody who expressed interest in the lab's waitlist. So we'll get your names and we'll get you added to that waitlist there. Just a thank you heartfelt to you, Dr. Angel, for unveiling how innovation meets clinical care through Fullscript Assist. Your insights into the future of AI-powered decision support and how it empowers practitioners without disrupting care was truly inspiring.
No problem. Happy to be here. Thanks, Karen.
Thank you. All right. And all of our sessions are now concluded. We invite you to join us for a fireside chat with Robin Berzin, MD, founder and CEO of Parsley Health, and Jeff Glad, Fullscript's Chief Medical Officer, as they explore what it takes to scale whole person care in today's fractured healthcare system. To join this closing session, please return to the main schedule. We hope to see you there, and thank you for joining us today.